Well done! You've completed HTML, CSS, and JavaScript fundamentals. In this course, we'll finish our journey through HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We've covered a lot of materials in this course, so I will recall the most important things to remember for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Before taking the quiz, here are important things to remember. The most important technologies that make the web work are 3 technologies that work together to create the web as we know it today. Any website that you visit today consists of these 3 technologies. They are HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, CSS, or Cascading Style Sheets, and JavaScript. It's important to remember that HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are standards that describe functionalities. HTML documents contain the content of a web page. This is often text with images, richer media like audio, videos, and hyperlinks that link to other documents. Whereas you can use CSS to style HTML. CSS can change the look and feel of HTML like its color or font. As for the glue of the web, JavaScript, it can allow you to interact with HTML with the browser or even with services and APIs, all without refreshing the page. Next, testing on different web browsers is very important as it will determine how the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript will be displayed. Given that most browsers are free and users usually have their own browser of choice, which raises the need to perform cross-browser testing for your web applications to make sure they work fine in terms of accessibility, usability, and security as well. Along with this, memorize the fact that JavaScript is not the same as Java, nor do they have anything to do with each other. It's a common misconception that JavaScript is some sort of lightweight version of Java. This is not correct. JavaScript is one of the core technologies of the web, but web browsers are not the only ones that can interpret and run it. There are also server-side implementations of JavaScript like Node.js. On top of that, you also can use JavaScript to develop your automated test cases since it's the most common languages that Selenium supports. Last, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are just text and can be written from scratch or use libraries and frameworks out there so that you don't have to write everything out yourself. If you want to learn how to develop applications for the web, you need to learn to program in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now that you've learned all the concepts, you've built yourself a basic understanding of how web applications work and should be able to work with UI end-to-end automated testing for your web applications efficiently and effectively. Thank you for learning this course. Your next course should be about using Selenium or Catalan to develop automated tests. See you in another course.